So number 6 is biggest surprises, and for that I chose The Cruel Prince by Holly Black and War of the Cards by Colleen Oakes. These were so good. Cruel Prince, I will admit that the first time I tried to pick it up, I got through 2 chapters and then I put it down because I couldn't get into it. Well, me and Danielle and I, we buddy read it this past month, and holy crap, it was so good. I love that book so much. I was so stunned. I did not expect to love that book as much as I was expecting to. It was hyped. I mean, I hadn't heard a bad review on it, but I just didn't take the hype seriously, I guess. Because I was just like, okay, it's a fae book. I haven't read anything by Holly Black. So I didn't really get my hopes up too much. But by the time I read it, I was just so unbelievably stunned by how good it was. And it was just great. It was fantastic. And then War of the Cards by Colleen Oakes is it's the conclusion to the Queen of Hearts trilogy by her. And I obviously went into this book knowing it was going to be good because I am a diehard fan for that series. Any Alice retellings are just so good to me. But I had no idea it was going to be that good. So much stuff happened and the ending just blew me away. It was just so good. Holy crap. It was one heck of a finale book. So that was definitely a surprise to me because I knew it was going to be good. I just didn't know it was going to be that good. Okay, so question number 7 is new favorite authors. So I'm pretty sure she counts for last year, but I'm going to say Sarah J. Maas, just because I solely started her Throne of Glass series this year and loved that as well, but also because she released Court of Frost and Starlight, so I still love Sarah. She is my favorite author. And then Leigh Bardugo is my new favorite author. The Grisha trilogy definitely converted me, I will say, and now I'm picking up the Six of Crows duology, and I just really do love her writing style a lot. I could also throw in there Julie Murphy. I love everything that she writes. I started reading her books last year with Dumplin', but now with Ramona Blue, I'm just really grown to appreciate her writing style. Newest fictional crushes. Well, I have a couple. So we're going to start with August Flynn from The Savage Song. I'm going to try to find some fan art to put there. But I just love his character. He's so pure and he just deserves to be protected at all costs. Because he's just... I just love everything about him. And then we have Adian from the Throne of Glass series. He puts on such a good front, but in reality he's just a giant teddy bear. And he's so loyal. And I just adore him. And then finally we have Nikolai from the Grisha trilogy, and he's just so witty, and I just love his character so much. I adore all of these characters. I would put Rhysand on there. You know what? We're going to put him right there. Rhysand is my book husband. He's not my book boyfriend. So yeah, Rhysand will be right here. I love Rhys so much. I love Rhys. Okay, so now we have our newest favorite characters. So I'm going to put Lysandra from Heir of Fire and Queen of Shadows, I believe. Queen of Shadows. So Lysandra comes from Queen of Shadows, and I just really love her character. She is so... I don't even know what I love about her so much. She's so loyal and witty, and I just love her so much as a person. She quickly became one of my favorites. And then Jude from The Cruel Prince. She is such a strong female character. Holy freaking moly. So yeah, I really love Jude. So yeah. And then of course we have Aelin from the Heir of Fire and Queen of Shadows. Aelin is just my favorite. She's so funny and she's so sarcastic, and she's able to look out for herself and her friends at the same time, and she's so freaking stealthy. She's just so clever. I love everything about her. So now we have a book that made you cry, and that is going to be The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This book had the tears rolling. Oh my lord. That book was really, really, that was a hard one. It follows a girl named Eden who, following a sexual assault against her by her brother's best friend, changes in the worst way throughout her high school experience, and it just shows year by year how she's changing farther and farther away from the person she used to be and into somebody she did not want to be. And it just shows her journey, learning to accept what happened to her, learning to trust and trying to heal and opening up about what happened. And it was just, I was so blown away. Alrighty, so next is a book that made you happy, and that's going to be A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I love this book so much. This book gets so much hate, and I really am sick of it because it's a novella, so it's everything I could have ever wanted from it. It's so much cute, fluffy relationships, and honestly, we were never supposed to expect anything else other than it's supposed to resemble some fan fiction. And that's exactly what it was. I just adored it. We get to finally take a calming breath after the war, and we get to watch all of our favorite characters shop for Christmas presents and interact as a family, and it is such a good addition to the series. I was always smiling and laughing and just, I love this. I love it so much. So the next question is a favorite movie adaptation so far, and unfortunately I haven't seen any yet, but I'm expecting to see a lot the last half of the year because a lot of good ones are coming out. So number 13 is favorite review written, and that was really hard for me to pick because I have been getting better at writing reviews the more I write on Goodreads. And so I picked a couple. So the first one I have is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. I really liked that review that I wrote. And then I also have A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. And then finally I have The Way I Used to Be. I will link all those reviews down below if you guys want to check them out. I just really like how I worded them, I guess. And also when I write long reviews, I tend to appreciate my writing more, I guess. So number 14 is the most beautiful book bought so far. And that has to go to my Edgar Allan Poe Collections edition. This foiled turquoise and black bind-up is just so pretty. It is gorgeous. It's got these end pages. They're silver. They're so pretty. It's just so pretty. I just adore this. But then I also picked up the paperback copy of Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I also just think the cover is beautiful. Okay, so the final question is books that you need to read by the end of the year, and for that I have Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. This deals, I believe, with a schizophrenic main character, and I just really want to get into more mental health awareness books. And I heard Emma Book say that it was a phenomenal book, so I just really want to get into it. And then I have Anna and the Swallow Man by Gabrielle Savitt. This is another book that I want to get into because I also want to read more about the Holocaust and stories relating to that. So that's another book that I think Haley in Bookland has talked about and I really want to get into. Next is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I really need to read this book because it is easily the most hyped book. It got hyped so quickly. And I believe it took movie rights just before it even released. That might be the one I'm thinking of. But I haven't heard a negative review about it yet, and I just really need to get into that. So next, I also have The Raven Boys by Meg Stiefvater. Everybody's been telling me to read this. I've heard amazing things about it, and my friend Danielle, she has been telling me to read it and read it and read it. So finally, I just need to do that by the end of the year. And finally, I have The Ember and the Ashes by Sapa Tahir. This has been a book that I believe came out in like 2015, and it's 2018. So, the third book just came out this year, and I just finally think it's time for me to get around to reading it. So yeah, overall I read 47 books. I've had 32 5-star reads, 5 4.5-star reads, 5 4-star reads, 1 3.5-star reads, 1 3-star reads, and 3 2.5-star reads. So overall, it's been a really good year so far, and I can't wait to see what the next half of 2018 holds for my reading. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below if you agreed with any of my opinions. And for this video, I tagged Danielle over at TrulyMoony, Melissa over at Sassy Ginger Book Obsession if she hasn't done it already. And of course, feel free to do this video even if you weren't tagged, because it's a really fun tag to do and I recommend it highly. So yes, thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.